We have Paul Sweeney here from Bloomberg Intelligence to talk about this report now that there are discussions between Discovery and Scripps and perhaps Viacom and Scripps. Scripps has been talked about forever. Explain why everybody's after Scripps.
You know, there's a couple of reasons here, I think, that are driving some of the consolidation here. Number one is that we've already seen a lot of consolidation on the distribution side of the media equation, on the cable TV and satellite side. You know, AT&T buying DirecTV, Charter buying Time Warner Cable. So the content players on the other side of the equation have to really think about, do I need to bulk up, get some scale to compete with my distributors as I negotiate carriage? That's number one. Number two is cord cutting. We now know that cord cutting is real. It's here to stay. And if you're a small to mid-size cable operator, you really need to think, where do I fit into this equation here, this new scenario? Do I need to get bigger myself?
And there's been talk about Scripps for a long time, about teaming up with somebody. But when you say you need to think about, it's the Scripps family. This is a bit of a different company. It's a family-owned company, and to date, the family hasn't wanted to get out of the business. That's
right. I mean, there's you know, they control about 90% of the votes here, so the family has to agree to it. But I think even despite that potential hurdle, a lot of companies are interested in Scripps because it has such very high-quality programming, a very loyal audience. It's an audience that skews towards women, which is very attractive historically to advertisers, and it is a relatively low-cost programming. So that means on skinny bundles and things like that, it actually is getting a lot of traction.
So quickly, between Discovery on the one hand and Viacom, does one fit better than the other? Do they want to go with Malone on Discovery versus Redstone on Viacom?
Right. Well, Viacom, you know, it's interesting that Viacom has now been discussed. I mean, Discovery and Scripps have actually, you know, a couple of years ago came to the table and tried to get a deal done. They couldn't get a deal done. So Viacom's a little bit of a new story, and I think that shows a little bit more confidence on the part of Viacom. The new management they have in there, they think they may have turned things around in some of their existing businesses. That allows them to be a little bit more aggressive on the acquisition front. So it's interesting to see them in the mix.